Okay, are we back or are we not back? There we go, we're back. There, wow, okay. Reason the 1,000,000,001 of why we need to fix our connection. Because there is nothing more annoying than a stream going down midway through a stream like this. It is the most annoying thing to ever happen, ever. And I hate it so much. And hopefully by the end of this month, it will never happen again. Because we're fixing our internet. We're fixing the PC. We're doing a 2 stream setups, or 2 PC setup, so the stream will lag even less. Even if it thinks it wants to lag, it will be less capable of doing so. And like every possible fix that can be done is being done within the next like 2 months or so. Ideally the next month and a half or sooner. But that is being worked on and looked into. And it shall be fixed because this is starting to get ultra annoying. Even more so than normal. I kind of am just expecting it to happen every single stream at this point. It's happening so often. Which is very annoying. But anyways, welcome back everyone to the Gems of War stream. Yeah, we will be streaming on Mixer soon. That was one of the many announcements we did on the previous video. Also, if you're going to be answering the poll, make sure to answer on the previous video too. Feel free to do it on the corner on this video as well. But definitely make sure to do it on the first video, because the first video will likely be the data points that I actually use, more so than this video, given that this video just got cut short. But still feel free to reply to both, because the other video is currently not up, so at least you can reply to this video's poll, if nothing else. But yeah, we got this head back on. Refresh again? Yeah, if you refresh, it should be back, if it's still not back by now. Also, how could I see your chat? That's weird. I can actually see if I, like, squint very, 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 very hard. That, or I could kind of make out what you said just because you said so few words. Yeah, I guess if I, like, move forward, I can actually kind of see. But then I look weird. But then again, I look weird right now, too. Ha! I always look weird. We're gonna need to bring this mask back out when we do Darkest Dungeon again. That can't not happen. We even have his dagger. We even have his dagger. What was the other thing he wears? I actually completely forget. But we even have his dagger. I forgot about that. We're only missing whatever his offhand is, which I completely forget what it is off the top of my head. Yeah, next time we play Darkest Dungeon, we 100% have to dress up as a Plague Doctor. Especially when Darkest Dungeon 2 comes out. That can't not happen. Gotta get that money's worth out of this mask. Because I'm probably not wearing it much other than that. Well, I guess we could dress up as a Valraven. We kind of look like one. It's close enough to looking like Valraven. Though I don't think the Plague Doctor in Gems of War is ever going to be relevant. The, whatever his name is. That one from Darkstone. He's technically a Plague Doctor, but, he's like such dead content. Is the only problem. He is excessively dead content. I'm surprised how well I can play without seeing. It's mostly just muscle memory at this point. Especially with a controller, because it makes it even easier. Since you don't need to see for some clicks. Let's see. Yeah, this mask was only like 25 bucks or so off of Amazon. Made for a pretty decent costume. It will have some use for it into the future as well. Plenty of games that use Plague Doctor as a character. I shouldn't say plenty, but it exists. It's a thing that exists. Anyways, let me get glasses on so I can actually see things. As well as chat. Yeah, I believe it was a potion. Most Plague Doctors have a potion to some degree. Even the Gems of War Plague Doctor does potion. It's normally a potion and one other thing. You miss the announcement? The announcement is a couple announcements. One is that we are going to be streaming over at Mixer soon. We'll be streaming both YouTube and Mixer. But I'm going to be trying to push Mixer in the near future just because I want to get partnered with them. And then we can stop pushing it a little bit. But, yeah, we're going to make a hard push to try to get onto Mixer by probably early next year is probably the goal. like the end of January, I ideally would want to be partnered with their partner program thing on Mixer, so I can actually get monetized and everything. So that's currently the game plan. So we're going to probably have streams where we occasionally raid ourselves, where we basically use our YouTube stream to raid our Mixer stream. Because if I can't get by their bypass requirement, which is 100,000 viewers on YouTube every single month, which I can generally do, but since I have been having weeks off recently, my numbers have been slightly lower than 100,000, but generally I'm above 100,000. And there's that. But the other way to do it naturally is to have an account with them for 2 months and have an average of about 50 views or so the entire time. And while our YouTube can easily do that, especially when it doesn't disconnect when we have 110 people here and go down to like 39. Gosh, YouTube. That's mostly my connection too. But when it doesn't do that, we could easily average that here. But obviously on Mixer, that'd be a bit harder. Yeah, YouTube probably didn't resend a notification, which explained why we only have 40 people from a 110 viewer stream. That's all good. One of the other reasons why I need to get connection fixed. No worries, it will be done soon, TM. Yeah, we also have polls in the corner if you want to go reply to them. We will also have polls on the previous video. So on part 1 of the stream, if you want to have your vote matter even more, you probably want to go and answer to those polls, but you can feel free to do it on the polls here. I'll take both into account. However, I'll probably prioritize the what is mentioned on the other one's polls, just because it might be a little bit more accurate, given that it was done at the beginning. But because I'm not sure if everyone will bother re-clicking the poll. But we'll see. We'll see what the numbers are for both and just go from there. This is a couple things related to things. Will there be a code because of the Crash Fest? Well, we handed out 2 so far, and I did say we'd do another one at 120. I think we got pretty close to 120. We'll hand out another one soon. Because obviously we're not going to hit another 120 now, given that the whole stream crash. We'll be lucky if we get back up to 100 again from the stream crash. But all good. They will have another code soonish. Probably when we get another medal. Or another badge or medal. Whenever one of our tokens becomes a new thing, is when we'll hand out another code. We'll do it based on that. Actually, I'm kind of curious what the poll data for the previous video even came out to. See if I can go find that real quick. Also, happy Halloween, Avenged! Welcome! Let me see, where's my previous video? Is it even going to show up yet? It probably won't. The only problem, because it hasn't rendered. Because it crashed and then just kind of stayed there. See if I can, though. I can probably see the data on the current stream, if nothing else. Let's see, there's the one from earlier. Let's see. Did it show data? Oh, yes, cool. Okay, where do I check this data again? Cards. Let's see, how is the data coming through? What is our data? Do I have to click on each individual one to see it? So, our light animation's fine on stream. Currently 100% on the previous one. That's interesting. Good, because I bought it with animations. I think it was like 30 bucks more or so, but I can't animate, so. Let's see. Have you ever watched a stream on Mixer? To be fair, anyone who said no to have you watch a stream on Mixer, that would also include me. I didn't actually reply to any of these polls, but I've actually never watched a stream on Mixer, even though I'm ironically going to be going over there to some degree. But I probably should soon. I just don't have anyone who I specifically watch. And the other problem is the platform is currently heavily saturated with first-person shooters. And basically the only genre of gaming I do not play is first-person shooters. So almost the entire platform, at least currently, is like stuff I don't play, which is kind of annoying. But over time, it'll probably change. But yeah, that was 3 no's, 2 yeses, and a no but would. And what was the other one? Let's see. Oh, everyone was fine with the dragon costume. I was actually surprised with that. Interesting. I'm really most curious about the second channel thing. This is probably going to be really mixed. Yep, it's 50-50. Should I make a non-gaming content? Or should I make non-gaming content on this channel? And it was half yes, half no. And that's the exact problem I have, is I don't know if I should or shouldn't. And apparently you guys don't either. Because it's literally 50-50, at least based on that one poll. Go figure. At least currently, it might change. It's going to be weird having 2 polls at 2 different locations, though. Yeah, I'm looking forward to start streaming on Mixer. We'll still be having our stream being streamed here too. It'll be streamed to Mixer and YouTube simultaneously. But yeah, we are going to be streaming to Mixer soon, so that's going to be a thing. And I'm going to have a new interface, and that whole interface will be used for branding on my Mixer account. I won't be doing that branding on this YouTube account. The branding for this YouTube account is going to stay exactly as is. However, the stream itself will visually look like the branding of the Mixer account. So like the new interface, for example, will obviously have to show on both, because I can't just have it show on one and then the other. But I've been meaning to get a new interface anyway, so it'll work. You can't access your stream through notifications since it says the stream is set to private. Oh yeah, one of them is unlisted currently. One of them that went up for like a second, I made it private just because it was me recording for like 30 seconds when I thought it wasn't recording, but it actually was. But the other one's currently private video, which isn't up yet. Actually, I wonder if I can make it public right now. Let's see, I'm on the screen right now. Hold up, let me go make it public. That'd be kind of weird making a stream public as I'm on it right now. Actually, how is that already rendered? Normally it takes way longer than that. I'm really surprised. But yeah, I can go make it public right now. It's currently unlisted. Let's see, where's my live stream? Live streams for Gems of War. Make it public. Add our monetization so we can actually make money. And save, publish. Okay, the previous video is up if you want to go answer the actual proper poll. The one on the previous video. So you can feel free to do the poll in this corner too. All the way on the eye icon in the corner of the stream. Though I'm probably going to be basing it more so on the other stream. So feel free to go do it there. It should be up now. Previous stream should be visible. Yeah, YouTube and our connection problems. It's not all on YouTube, though. A good part of it's on my side. But it's mainly because my service provider here is awful. And I will be applying several fixes that should be hopefully adjusting that. Going to be getting a new router. Better connection, unfortunately, still same service provider because there's only one in my area. Going to be getting a PC setup. And with a 2 PC setup, it's going to be a lot less intensive on the recording PC, the one that's actually streaming. It's done pretty commonly by people who can actually afford to have 2 PCs. These aren't going to be like both maxed out PCs. It's just the one I currently use, which is my college laptop, and the new one that I'm getting, which is still going to be a laptop, but a higher end one. Still not sure exactly what I'm going for. Still browsing on that, but we'll be getting it in the near future. But yeah, we're just going to be using a 2 PC setup, so it's lags the game less and lags the stream less. So one PC can focus on the stream, and the other one can focus on the game. Let's see. As far as recommended videos, that tends to go like all over the place. There's no way to set it to what it actually recommends either. Because it tends to recommend it per person. So it doesn't even sometimes recommend back to the own channel, which is weird. Because the whole point of that side stuff next to videos is mostly to keep people on YouTube, to constantly keep them watching. And whatever the YouTube's algorithm feels like will keep people on the platform is what they put there. So it's not necessarily always the person's own content. And there's no way to change it to be other stuff. It's just whatever YouTube decides should be there. And the only reason why sometimes seems like it's specifically picked is mainly because if you're doing like a series, for example, like let's say a Let's Play, where you're doing like 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. The reason why it normally, but not always, recommends the next video in that list is the recommended video tends to prioritize whatever people go to after the video. So if a lot of people are going to part 2 after part 1, then YouTube's going to put in the recommended for part 1, part 2. Because obviously that makes sense, because a lot of people are going and trafficking to that video. However, if they're going on to, like, let's say some kind of guide on how to farm, I don't know, gems for Gems of War, and then the other video could be something completely different by some kind of completely other maker. Could even be something completely unrelated to Gems of War. But whatever that video just whatever like ends up getting clicked on the most, basically, after that video, tends to be the most common thing that is specifically goes under that recommended. Not always the case, but that's one of the things that can determine it. Hello, King Rich, welcome. Let's see. Did anyone ask any questions? If you want to do something else on YouTube, you need to have a second channel. Algorithm will mess search or recommended badly for you. Yeah, that was one of the reasons why I was considering a second one. I'd hate to have to completely build up a channel from scratch again. However, I think I'm experienced enough now that it won't really be too big a deal. It probably won't be monetized for like the first month or two. But, I don't know. It shouldn't really be that big of a deal for the most part. Building another channel from scratch. Because, yeah, it would technically mess up your search terms. Because it would deprioritize certain search terms from your channel if you were to start spreading your content too wide. Oh yeah, this team is really, really solid. It's one of the quickest, or actually I believe it is the quickest team in the entire game for winning explore battles at highest difficulty. Because our Skea currently has 0 troops that have immune to poison, so it ends up working out pretty well. Also, I did say we'd give out a code when we got another medal or badge, and we ended up getting one earlier, and I didn't actually end up giving out a code. Let me go do one. This will be the last one probably of this stream. Let's go get it out. I said I would give one. Oh, that is not what I want pasted there. Wait, did I not copy? Apparently no. Copy. Paste. Is that the right code? Yes, it is. Okay, let's go get this into chat. And we should be good to go. We get that. Copy. Put that there. Boom. Boom. There you guys go. There's the redeem code. Use it on gemsofwar.com. Read the game code section. Enjoy, everyone. Exciting content will pull into subs. Well, I am bad at doing exciting content. No, just kidding. Ta! No, I don't know. What kind of content would I be best at? I'm good at talking for long durations of time. I don't know, discussion videos, guide videos. Guide videos have been like how I've generally grown on this channel. And how the channel basically even just started, in a way. It was just basically covering guides for stuff. And covering non-gaming related guides would kind of be interesting. Or more so on like other stuff on the other channel. Like back-end stuff on YouTube, or just life stuff in general, or anything. I need to get better at structuring videos, though. Because generally I do things in one take without a script. It's been ages since I've wrote a script for a video. And generally if you're doing like one of those more concise like videos, because there's so much more competition, just in general when doing things as not niche as a specific game, you end up needing generally like a better script, or a script, and have it more like higher production value. Otherwise, you're going to get drowned out by all the other people that do it. Like something like Gems of War, there's obviously very few people that do it. There's like me, Keylime, Cynical, and as far as other people on YouTube, that's almost it. As far as people that do it in English, there might be one or two other people that I probably just forgot about. Whoops, sorry, whoever those 2 people were. But it's very, very small. It's like under a dozen people like end up doing it. Whereas if you do like a general topic, you're gonna have like thousands. Guide videos to Myrtle Beach as a furry? No. Though that would be funny making a furry channel. I personally don't really consider myself much of a furry in that regard. Because I find actual channels that are like furry channels, quote-unquote furry channels, to be pretty cringeworthy. Like the kind of content they cover is just kind of strange more often than not. Like some of them are pretty useful, other ones are just weird. Really weird. Like I'm a furry in a sense that I like anthropomorphic characters and stuff like that. I find them to be really interesting. But as far as like the general overall community, I never really considered myself much of a part of it. Let's see. Personally, I find the teams that are most useful. You're not so good at team building or deck building in card games. I generally love building up teams. I'm not the absolute best at it, but I do have fun doing it. The only reason it seems like I'm good is because we have so many different options to use. I guess I am decent at it, though. Because even when we have do it on newer accounts, we still can end up making pretty competent teams. But I guess after having over 10,000 hours in a game, that would happen. It's just something that generally would happen after that much time. Because what is our playtime right now? Gosh, this isn't even our overall total either. It's just what this one account attracts. We are currently at almost all ones, 111,131 hours. And that's not even the total amount of hours I have in this game. It's just how much it has tracked specifically for this one account. And obviously this is not the only account we've ever played. Late night dancing at the Circle K to some Beastly Boys. That's funny. Hello, Photic! Welcome! Welcome, welcome. Rookie numbers. Not sure if that's referring to the stream total viewers. But yeah, we ended up crashing earlier when we had like 120. It was sad, but hopefully we build up to 100. We're getting back. It's not that big a deal, though. It's just always annoying because YouTube doesn't properly notify that the stream went back up. Is the only super annoying part about that. That's one nice thing that Twitch and Mixer does do a little bit better. Like, if the stream accidentally disconnects, it's really easy to automatically reconnect to it. Whereas on YouTube, they have, like, some kind of extremely elaborate way of getting back into it, which is ultra, ultra annoying. But yeah, we'll see how the Mixer experiment goes. Not sure how interested most of you guys are in that, but we'll see. There's a lot of features that Mixer has that could potentially be better for the stream quality overall. Plus it has a smaller community, so it'll be fun to build up there. And more revenue for the channel means more things that we can get for the channel. Much of which we'll be getting quite a few shiny things I mentioned earlier within the next month or two for the channel. And more into the future. Have more fun around here. And also, thank you to you guys' donations to everything. And Zeddicus, thank you a ton, too. Like, you donated again today. I'm pretty sure you're, like, our highest donator by, like, a really high margin. I think you're, like, 100, 150 above, like, the second highest. And it's greatly appreciated, because it helps fund new stuff for the channel. And it helps me survive, as it goes to food and other expenses. Because currently, ad revenue only makes up probably about 1/3 of what I make. With the other 1/3 being basically donations and Patreon. Which Patreon basically is just another form of donations. So I basically make more than half my money off this channel from people giving me money. Mainly because I currently take no sponsorships, so I don't make any money from sponsorships. Not sure if I ever would bother doing that, because most sponsorships are pretty sketchy in my opinion. Or at least any of them that I've gotten so far as offers. And, what's the other way that you would make money? That's basically the biggest one that I haven't utilized yet, is sponsorships. Not saying that I never would. It's just, I never really found a sponsor that tried contacting me that I would actually want to have as a sponsor. Thank you, Zeddicus. Greatly appreciated. Boss time. If you use someone's equipment, that's a good option for sponsorship. Yeah, I've heard some streamers, those ones that like use those streaming chairs, some of them get paid hundreds or even thousands to use a specific streaming chair and advertise it on their channel. I could really use that because my chair is awful. If any streaming chair companies are out there, I will shill for your chair. But yeah, I've been using the same horrible chair for years now. I've never really bothered getting a proper chair. Let's see. We will go take that. Get a Mountain Crusher. And anyways, kill those two up. If you think that's cool, send you an honor. Ha! William always trying to get those honors. I'm surprised you haven't gotten maxed yet, with how many honors you've been getting lately. Hey, another Arachnia, nice. We just got that upgraded recently, though, so... not gonna get another medal out of that, or badge. Pimped me on Global, thanks. Hey, I should go say hi to Global. Though it's kind of hard to type while I'm wearing gloves, is the only problem. That's the biggest problem with most costumes. You can't really use your hands properly. As I say that, still being able to use this controller. Mostly because I only need to click one button. That's a lot easier to do. Do you suggest worrying over meddling anything troop under 2,000 an hour? Meddling does take upwards of 3,000 hours. However, there will be methods into the future other than just explore to obtain medals. Also, they made medals in a way that's not necessarily supposed to be like rushed to get maxed out. It's something mostly just to reward late game players to playing a little bit more. Obviously, it's currently just an explore. However, it will be in a few other places within the game into the future. And it basically just rewards late game players and end game players for the time that they play into the game with something that will actually make their troops slightly stronger. Like, it's not game breaking, a little bit of stats that you get from upgrading troops with them, but it was just something they wanted to add it to give people way further into the game something to do and something to kind of still strive towards. But they even mentioned on their Q&A stream that they have no intention on anyone actually completing this. Similar to how it's technically possible to reach level 10,000 in the game. However, it is theoretically impossible because it's not feasible to reach that high of a level. So it's something that exists in the game just to give higher level people something to do. For example, you actually gain stats all the way up to level 2,000. However, there's almost like no level 2,000s in the game. It's just basically something for people who are really dedicated to the game that gives them something a little bit extra without being so good that people feel like they have to do it. And that's basically what the medal system was, except a little bit more accessible than reaching level 2,000, which was the way that they did it for Hero. Because that's the way that Hero gains higher stats. And while you can't medal your Hero, you can get him to level 2,000. And every 100 up to 1,000 to 2,000 does give you one additional stat, of which we'll be getting another one soon. 1,500 is around the corner. And that's basically like medaling your hero, essentially. Reaching level 2,000. That's like getting it to gold medal. Except it takes way longer, obviously. Reaching level 2,000 takes like 5,000 hours, if not more, of just EXP grinding. Possibly even more than that. And if you're doing other stuff, it takes even longer. Though EXP grinding method has been nerfed as of the most recent patch. Even though souls got back up to almost their original rate, the rate of EXP is actually slightly lower as of the most recent 2 patches. This most recent patch did repair it slightly, but not as much as it repaired souls. I believe it's overall about 25% slower to EXP farm right now. Only if you're power farming. When doing most other normal methods of accumulating EXP, it's the exact same rate it's always been. However, power farming is like 25% slower than it used to be. Which isn't too big a deal because almost no one bothered power farming. But it's not really that accessible anymore. And basically, power farming EXP almost doesn't even exist in the current state of the game. Whereas it used to. It's not really that important, though. Oh no, we just lost. Actually, technically we could win this. But the amount of time it's going to take to try to win this battle is just not worth it. Oh no! That was the metal one, too! I didn't realize that. Oops, I wouldn't have retreated if I would have known that. Fail! I hate when I do that. Gigantic fail. Wait, am I using Titan right now? How am I failing with Titan if we're using Titan right now? You're not supposed to fail. I am. How are you failing? I guess I'm not paying attention enough to take browns when I need to be. Whoops, mistakes were made. Yeah, 2,000 plus level players do exist. We're getting some really unlucky battles here. Oh, so he can one-shot. Yep. What's with this team all of a sudden? Am I just getting tired or what? We are just getting wrecked all of a sudden. Oh, also, I didn't even realize we have an objective to kill Browns, by the way. Well, I do. You guys might not, because that's random per person. We actually just had one the other day, too. We got really lucky with that. It's approximately a 5% chance that you'll get it per day. And we just got 2 within, like, 3 or 4 days. We're getting pretty lucky recently. Which is pretty cool. You're only level 1,792, going to be a long time before you get level 2,000. Yeah, it takes a very, very long time to reach. Even if you're trying to deliberately reach it. It's just like excessively long grinds. One most people don't bother doing. That's a nice achievement to have. Even though it's not actually maxed, reaching level 2,000 is technically max level. Because getting anything further than that doesn't give you any more stats. And getting any further than that takes an unrealistic amount of time. Even though it isn't actually max, 2,000 is the theoretical max level in this game. So if you're going like ultra completionist for this game, level 2,000 I think is considered needed for completion for this game. There's a lot of things that could be considered completion for this game, depending on how you want to put a term on it. But I would say if there was any level that would be required for completion, it is 2,000. Because that's when your hero has max stats. Anything lower than that, your hero does not have max stats. It's going to be forever until I reach it, though. Very few people have. But I probably will reach it before this game dies. If this game ever dies. It seems to, like, be immortal at this point. Has a great community, has great developers. It has always had a great community since day one. It's been one really, really nice thing about the Gems of War community. Is it's like never been bad. There's been times when it's been better than at other times, but it's never been like a bad community overall. It's just been pretty amazing. How helpful everyone is and understanding and kind. And stream dying. Rip. That stream better come back. Stream? 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 Yeah, we're back! Please don't die, stream. I know it's Halloween. That doesn't mean you're allowed to die tonight. Come back. You know it's back. But, yeah, stream's being annoying. Yeah, Gems of War community has always been great. I'm not sure how much of that got cut off, but, yeah. Not sure what else to say with that. Also, do we have tribute right now? I feel like we do. No, we do not. How are we doing on the objective, though? We're almost there. Gotta get 40 more kills. I guess I'll stream until we get that done. There's the most recent code again. Oh yeah, let me go do some of the other dailies I haven't done yet. Let me go grab these real quick. Fill these out with our explore thing. Boom, boom. It's the community that keeps you here, especially when the devs get strange ideas. Well, they definitely get plenty of strange ideas, that's for sure. Your gremlins are in the system tonight. Mwah! The zombie stream. The zombie stream that keeps on coming back. But also keeps dying for short durations of time. To make Gems of War great again. Oh yeah, that reminds me in political news. I haven't really been following it. How did Brexit go? Did they like delay it? Didn't they say they wanted to get it done by the end of October? How did that go? Do I even want to know? This is not United States politics. I haven't followed it as much. But, like, obviously I've heard of it. I didn't bother checking the news to see how... Oh, it got delayed again? How many delays is that now? 5? 4? It feels like they're just going to delay it until the end of time. Hasn't Brexit been going on for like 3-4 years now? Delayed like upwards of 3-4 times, maybe even 5. They're just delaying the delays on the delays. I'm not even sure what my opinion is on that matter. Like, normally I do have opinion on things. But that one... Well, one problem is I don't know too much about, like, the history of the area to really have as much of an opinion on it. But, I don't know. It seems like the whole process Like, I can understand wanting, to a degree, to break away from the EU, just for independence. But also, just how ridiculous the whole process is going. It almost seems like they should just stay. At this point. Just make up, do some kind of deal, and go forward. Basically, just rejoin, but renegotiate. Yeah, a buddy of mine lives in Scotland, too. He actually wants them to leave the EU. Actually, he was just over the other week. That was the one that was over the 2 weeks that I was gone. Okay, last daily that I have to do, other than dungeons, which I have, like, barely been touching. Why would they vote for something that they don't understand, though? That makes even less sense. That's the only problem with if we ever did get, like, mandatory voting in an area, like in the United States or something, or not mandatory voting, but, like, automatic voter registration. Because I do feel like we should, to a degree, have automatic voter registration. But then there's, like, all the people that know absolutely nothing about politics who would just vote based on something, like, extremely random, which would make it, like, okay, should we really have it? But, I don't know, I still feel like same-day voter registration should at least be a thing. Like, the way that it's set up in the United States is really, really bad, because every single state has different policy for it. There's, like, no uniform policy on how voter registration and everything works. Like, in New Jersey, it was really easy. South Carolina, not as much. Like, it's a much more complicated process. At least relative to New Jersey's process, which are the only two I'm aware of, because I've never actually tried voting in any other state. But anyways, oh yeah, I never did do the Clash trial. I'm not even sure if I want to. I already have it max. The only thing we get out of it is 25 gems. So we're probably not even going to touch it. Never mind. I already have a Thief max, so I don't really need to. What I do need to do, though, is farm more medals and go kill more browns, because we're almost there. We need to get 30 or 24 more brown kills. That'll be good to go. And might as well do it in Arskea, because this place is filled with brown. Like half this kingdom's brown. Yes, new faction is next Friday. Not tomorrow, but next week's Friday, 8 days from now. Tomorrow is a new mythic. Tomorrow's mythic is going to be a new mythic for Forest of Thorns. Its most important gimmick is that it does Entangle plus Bleed every single extra turn. They basically get to mass Entangle Bleed the opponent team. It's not too over the top, however, it's okay. It's about average to ever so slightly above average. It's mostly a utility troop that you'd almost never use, but nonetheless, it's still an okay option. Also, why am I using this team against this? I guess since we started, I'll keep going. Actually, no, I won't. The amount of time it's going to take to try to win with this, might as well just retreat. No, and let's go back in. That is obviously not the team I want to use. The team I want to use is Scorpius team, wherever it is hiding right now. I use the same team for Clash Trials as I do Invasions, pretty much. There's like almost no difference with it. I think I made like one small tweak. Yeah, they do run essentially the exact same team. The only main difference being that you would use the invasion troop for the invasion, whereas you wouldn't use the invasion troop for the what's it called? The class event. Hello, Neil. Welcome. So let's go get the mask back on. We won't be wearing it for a while anyway, so might as well get our usage out of it. It's just annoying because I can't read chat while I'm using it. Or at least not as effectively as I would be able to normally. For all the viewers that are getting here now. Where's our dagger? Oh gosh. So where did my mouse go? I can't see. the struggle of vision. And I can't see because it's not because of the mask, it's because of the lack of vision without glasses. There's no way to actually use glasses while wearing this. Unless I awkwardly like try putting it on here. But because of its beak, it doesn't really work that well. But that kind of works. What big news did you miss? Oh no, it's slipping. But the main big news that we ended up mentioning is we're getting a new stream interface soon. We're going to be streaming on Mixer soon, which we'll be using the new stream interface over on Mixer as well as here. We'll still be streaming to both YouTube and Mixer. However, I'm going to start pushing Mixer a little bit just so we can start getting partnered with them so that we can be multi-streaming to Mixer and YouTube simultaneously while still being monetized on both. Something that I can't do with Twitch, however, you can do it with Mixer plus YouTube. So we're going to be doing that and starting to join the Mixer community a little bit. Because I've heard it's probably one of the best streaming communities out there pretty much, from what I've heard from people. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes and go from there. The platform is overly saturated with first-person shooters, but hopefully we can start changing that. Because I'd mostly be streaming Nintendo stuff and this, and a few other PC games. But, yeah, we'll see how it goes and go from there. Other than that, we're getting a new PC soon. We're getting a bunch of new stuff for the channel, most of which I mentioned. I'm not going to mention literally every single thing again. And the other big thing was we're finally getting a costume for the dragon over there. That's going to be like a year-long process, if not longer. But the process for that has begun. And that's going to be a bit pricey since it's going to be several $1,000s. That's something I've been wanting for a while. And that'd be fun to wear, if nothing else. To have as kind of like a little gimmicky thing. And I've always just wanted one. It's like, might as well have the money now. And yeah, we're just investing a bunch more into the channel again. Is the main premise with all that. And hopefully Mixer revenue will help cover some of that. Yeah, I'm probably spending a few thousand in the next like month or two. Getting better internet, getting better stream setup, getting double PC setup for our streams, and just a better gaming PC in general. Since this is still my laptop from college from 6.5 years ago. Is what I'm using right now. And yeah, to start slowly upgrading stuff. Get a new interface for our stream and all that good stuff. So one bad thing about this mask is over a duration of time, it does get slightly hard to breathe in this. I have noticed. It's mostly because the air holes are like so ridiculously small. It's not as bad as you start getting used to it though. Like I think the first time I tried putting it on, like I really noticed it. But after wearing it for a little bit, you kind of get used to it. So it wouldn't be too hard to make the air holes bigger. I made them relatively small, I guess because they didn't want it to take away from the visual, from the bottom side. It would be weird if it had like a bunch of holes in it. I should go poke the webcam. Poke. I have poked you all. You have now been poked. Where's the Scorpius? There we go. Okay, where's glasses? I can't see. Glasses. The magic of glasses. Is your dragon costume, let's see, going to have any animatronics? Probably not. However, I'm still trying to figure out how to do the fingers. Because my character has 8 fingers. So it's either going to be it would either have to be rigged to the thumb. So some kind of movement with the thumb could move the other 4 fingers. Or yes, I will have to do some kind of animatronics with it. I might have to commission that separately. Because the one person who I'm trying to commission are likely not going to be able to do 2 things. The neck brace that I need, which I'll need to go to a metalworks place and then just do the rest of the work myself. Like the adding the fur to the other side, because they probably wouldn't bother doing that. But I need to find a metalworks place that does metal engraving. And I need to find something that probably does some way that could rig the hand. Because I'm not sure if this suitor does do that. They do a lot of creative things with their suits. However, I do not believe rigging a hand like that is one of those. They do like some really, really light animatronic stuff. But I don't think that would be one of the things that they do, but we'll see. Regardless, I could probably get it done by someone else cheaper. I mainly just need the bulk of the suit done by them. like the actual visual aspects. Whereas most of the more technical stuff I could probably get done cheaper or better by someone who's not the person I'm trying to commission. I'm probably going to not be commissioning the wings. Wings in general just get way too bulky and are way too easy to accidentally break. When I do end up getting the character, it's probably going to be without wings. Or if I do get wings, I'm just going to have detachable wings and just get a few $100 nice, like, Raven-like wings. One nice thing about the character is, while quite a few things have to be fully custom in order to fit the character, which is why I even need to go through this process in the first place, because it's not something you could easily just find parts of. It'd be literally impossible. But the wings are something that you could actually find a part of. He has very generic Raven-like wings, and you can generally just find very large angel wings online for anywhere from like 100 to a few $100. And I could just use those instead of commissioning wings, because if I was to commission like proper wings for him, it'd probably cost like upwards of 500 to 1,000, probably closer to 500. Whereas I could just buy one for like anywhere from 1 to 300. Let's see. Let's go for that for now. Yeah, it's going to be a long process. Don't expect that anytime soon. That is at minimum going to take like a year, if not longer. It's a very, very long process for something like that. But I'll keep you guys posted if any progress does get made. Are you guys posting what all the immunes are in every single kingdom? That's cool. Yeah, generally the two most useful ones to know would be whichever ones don't have immune to poison, which is currently just Urskea, and whichever ones don't have immune to devour, which apparently based on your list is Golvania, Silverglade, Sword's Edge, Whitehelm, and Zacian. Wait, Zacian has no immune to devour? I guess it doesn't. No goblins normally do have it, do they? No, wait, didn't the most recent goblin just get impervious? Isn't that incorrect? Am I going crazy? Didn't the most recent goblin just get impervious? I'm like 99% certain that the invasion troop just got impervious. So Zacian does have immune to devour. Let me go double check. I'm like 90-something% certain. Unless I'm going crazy. But doesn't the invasion troop have devour? I forget what his name is now. Actually, Explode 4. Did I spell it wrong? Oh, Explore. Yeah, he has Impervious. There's immune to Devour in Zacian. So take that off the list. There's one immune to Devour now. Because he can appear in, Explore. He was just added this week, but he can appear in Explore. Yeah, Zacian definitely has one. It was added this week. Hello, Mishia! Thanks for stopping by. Happy Halloween! Hope it has been going well. Also, I didn't really see chat because I believe the stream kind of died at the time. Did any of you guys do anything interesting for Halloween this year? I asked earlier, but I either didn't read chat or the stream died, or a combination of both. I believe that was around the time when the stream first died. Yeah, what have you guys been doing for Halloween? Also, if any of you are interested, there is a poll in the corner I'm trying to get some data points for. So feel free to go do the poll in the little eye icon. There's 4 questions there. Just let me know. It'd be greatly appreciated. Any feedback that you can give. Oh no, is Cindy on twitching on Twitch right now? We might need to go raid her then. I don't think I've ever raided her. Does anyone have her Twitch channel? I might need to go raid her before we end the stream. I've never actually raided her stream yet. I've raided Key Limes. I've raided Salty. and I think I rated maybe one other person, as well as just a few random people, like literally people with 0 viewers before we've rated. But yeah, I've never rated Cindy yet. So if she's streaming, if someone could get the link, we might need to go raid her soon. Because the only other thing I really need to get done to stream, other than chatting with you guys, is getting 2 more brown kills, which we're pretty much at already. Actually, we could just get it by doing this pet. So let's go do this pet real quick with this key right now. Oh, but then we won't be able to wear this mask anytime soon. It'll be a hand puppet. Ah, come on! Pecky beak. Little hand puppets. It would actually look interesting if you put it like on a head mount. Just like have it standing behind you over there, like in the corner, watching. Have it as like a little, make like a little thing for your shoulder and have it like a Plague Doctor parrot. Like one of those little things. Actually, a few things we could do with that. Evil Tacet. I know, whenever we don't have it on, we look like a ninja. With our knife. Which is kind of funny. I didn't buy any. But they had those little shuriken things at the, what are they called? The arcade that I was at. Where I ended up getting this knife with my friends. And where we ended up getting a few other things. But they actually had those little, what are those stars called? Those little stars that ninjas generally throw. I forget what they're called. They normally have like 4 or 5 little edges on them. I think 4 actually. But they had them there. I didn't end up getting any though. But that would have been funny. Because this actually does kind of look like a ninja and that would have been perfect for it. It's kind of weird because in New Jersey you're not actually even allowed to sell stuff like that. However, in South Carolina, I guess it's apparently allowed. Like they were selling them there. In literally what is like a kid-friendly arcade. Okay, I was right the first time. It sounded slightly wrong for a second. So Shuriken is correct then. Any changes to soul farming teams? Nope. You just run Dragon Soul, Double Fair, Shra, and Umberwolf on Explore Difficulty 2. And the reason you do Difficulty 2 instead of 1 is if you do it on 1, you'll accidentally go and kill out the first battle. Oh, is it called Ninja Stars? Yeah, that was what I thought they were called. Because I had a feeling that they were called something else. Isn't Shuriken like the throwing knife? I'm pretty sure Shuriken's like that throwing knife that has like that circle tip end. And it has like that jagged shape thing. Whereas Ninja Stars are like those little star-shaped things. Obviously. Or maybe just have multiple names, I'm not sure. I'm not sure of the terminology. I'm a bad ninja, apparently. Oh yeah, when is, what is the exact date of Blizzard's stream? Or their conference thing? I almost completely forgot about that. Isn't that in like a few days from now? I might need to catch that. See how badly they mess up this year. It's going to be hard for them to top last year, but they'll find a way to manage. It's going to be excessively hard for them to beat out last year. Oh, there's Cynical's link. Wait, why is it a Google link? Where is this sending me? That's weird. Oh, there it goes. Oh, there's a page. Is she actually on right now? It's, oh yeah, it says live. Why is it frozen then? That was weird. Twitch is being weird right now. What are you doing, Twitch? Yeah, we'll go raid her in a little bit. Actually, probably pretty soon. Because I do need to wake up tomorrow to go cover the new Mythic. I do ideally want to do that before our stream starts. Because, of course, we will be streaming tomorrow morning or afternoon, sometime around that general area, that general time. We're obviously going to be going and getting the new Mythic. And one thing I wanted to do this weekend is farm a lot more tokens. Of course, we already started on that grind, but we shall finish that grind. We shall grind that grind into the ground. Because we really need to get a +4 magic already. I still do not have 1 +4 magic yet. Yeah, Diablo 4. I hope they show more things related to, what's it called? Related to, Warcraft 3 Reforged. Because they might make some announcements related to that. It's still in beta right now. But hopefully they make some announcements like, hey, we're going to add this, or the editor can now do this, or something related to it. One thing I know the community has been kind of saying, though it hasn't been confirmed to any capacity, is that they might end up making Nagas a playable race, which would be absolutely amazing if they did. There's a good chance they're not going to do that, but that would be pretty cool if they did. Because Nagas in Warcraft 3, there's basically 4 races in Warcraft 3. There's humans, there's orcs, there's undead, and there's night elves. However, in the game itself, Nagas are almost completely coded as a usable race, a playable race. But they're not actually playable, which is very, very strange. Like, they'd have to do so little work to make it a playable race. And I'd be really surprised if they don't. Yeah, I haven't gotten a single Nisha in Gems of War for almost 2 weeks now. It is insane. I've gotten excessively unlucky. I felt like I was getting a lot initially, and then just, like, none. Hey, I don't actually have a phone, so joke's on them. Though I will be getting a phone soon, probably. Within the next month or 2. Rumors Diablo 4 will be more like Diablo 2. Oh, that's pretty good then. Because Diablo 2 is pretty good. Or at least from what I remember of it. I was still too young to grasp most of it, but I did have a lot of fun with it nonetheless. The art style for it was great. Oh, it's at 4 a.m.? Oh wow, it's already pretty soon then. So they're doing it this weekend then. Sweet. Yeah, you can play Nagas in story mode, but you can never play it as a playable race. See you, Zeddicus. Good night. Have a happy Halloween. And thanks again for the donation. Greatly appreciated. How long will the stream keep going? I'm not sure. Probably, I don't know, probably a few more minutes. Probably until we finish out this pet that we're doing right now, actually. And then we'll go raid Cynical. Because I do want to start slowly heading to bed myself as well. After the stream uploads, or the rest of this stream. I also need to go chat with the guy that's doing the interface. Because he should be getting that done in the next week. Hopefully by next Wednesday, though it's fine if he takes a little bit longer. Based on his time frame, it looks like it should be done next Wednesday. However, I really don't care if he takes a bit longer. Like, it's not that big a deal. I commissioned stuff in the past, and for 1 week to get a full commission finished with feedback is actually pretty quick. And he currently has a pretty big queue right now, too. He has like 13 commissions. And generally, the more a person has, the longer they take. There we go. Anyways, guys, any other questions? Otherwise, we are probably wrapping it up. Don't forget, there's a poll in the corner of this video, as well as the previous video, if you want to go answer those 4 questions. Though, based on the previous video, I think we got most of the feedback we kind of need. But, we'd always ask more in the future as well. Maybe to the entire channel as well. Because that one question would technically be more relevant to the entirety of the channel, not just people who catch streams. Whereas the other 3 are mostly more relevant to the people that actually catch the streams. Oh no! The problem now is I won't be able to wear this again for a while unless I find some kind of weird reason to play it or to use it. Maybe if we, I don't know, to have this whole setup on, it's not something you could just randomly put on unless I was just to wear the mask. But, I don't know, what other reason would we ever have to wear this mask? Darkest Dungeon 2, maybe on a Darkstone week because of Magnus, that one Plague Doctor character in Gems of War. There's not many other reasons we'd have to wear this mask. Maybe whenever we see a Valraven, we'll put on the mask. I don't know. I should get like a stuffed head thing and make like a little like thing to put on the shoulder that has this mask on it and have it for whenever we see a Valraven. Making it like a little parrot, like a pirate, instead of a Val Raven, essentially, with this mask. That'd be pretty funny. Anyways. Oh, that was a lot of fun. Anyways, let's go have a raid party! Let's have a raid party. Let's see. Hit dragons left and right on the interface. I know, right? I'm not sure what we're doing in the interface yet. I still need to communicate a few things with him. But yeah, we're doing it for the Mixer's UI. Though it's also going to be showing on this stream as well. But I'm going to be using all the assets on Mixer side. Just to have it branded with a uniform branding. But anyways, let's all go raid Cine. Everyone go say hi. Go say, I don't know, what should we spam her with? Go spam her with, the Plague Doctor sent you. Let's see. The Plague, let's see. The Plague Doctor sent me. Okay, everyone go spam her with the thing I just incorrectly typed. There we go. Everyone go spam her with that. The Plague Doctor sent me. Yeah, everyone go spam, Cine. I might also catch her stream. I've actually never called a Cine stream yet. I believe she's a friend of Salty, who streams the game now occasionally. I forget who Cine is. I know they were on stream before. I know who she is. I just, like, forget what her role is. I don't think she's associated to Gems of War, though. Like, the development team. I think she's just a friend of Salty, last I recall. I'm not even sure. But I know very little. But go raid her. Yeah, Salty's best friend. That's what it is. But anyways, guys, everyone go raid Cine. Go say the Plague Doctor sent you. And I will catch all of you later. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all had a wonderful Halloween. And we will be back tomorrow around 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Probably more towards maybe noon Eastern Standard Time. And we'll be going and covering the new Mythic. We'll be doing that in the morning. We'll then be doing a lot of grinding for tokens. We'll probably mess around with the new Mythic a little bit. But the main priority, of course, will be on grinding more tokens. No treats. We have Starbursts. Also, we had 3 redeem codes throughout the stream. But the only treats I have are Starbursts, and I can't eat them just because I'm wearing gloves. And they are impossible to open with gloves. I'm not sure if Cine has any redeem codes, but hopefully she does. But anyways, guys, bring out your dead. But anyways, guys, I'm going to be heading out for now. I guess we'll put on the mask to say goodbye. If I could take off my glasses. Let's see. Goodbye, mortals. Bring out your dead. Let's see, what other dialogue lines do we have? Oh no, I need to like figure out like a bunch of dialogue lines to say while wearing this mask later. I should have probably pre-made some. That would have been better. Anyways, guys, I'll catch all of you later. Thank you so much for stopping by. And yeah, have a wonderful Halloween. Have a wonderful weekend. And we will be back very soon to cover the new Mythic coming to Gems of War tomorrow. For Forest of Thorns. I completely forget his name. But he's basically like a mythic version of Trent, as far as what he looks like. Anyways, I can't see the stop button, so let me go find it. Goodbye, everyone!